music on the speaker. Okay. Let's see. We got fiber internet now! Hello everyone! I am so sorry for the delay of the Q&A, guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so we just got fiber internet installed in the HQ today, so I'm so sorry for the delays. Thank you guys all so much for the patience. I'm so sorry. Yes. Welcome in everybody. Welcome in guys. Hello everyone. Welcome guys. So, again, first of all, I want to take a moment to apologize for the delay of the Q&A. We were supposed to start the Q&A at about 1 p.m. HST, but today I found out from my family that we're getting fiber internet installed in the HQ today, so unfortunately that had to be pushed back. So with that being said, I'm so sorry. I did find out just today that they installed the new internet. So yeah, we have fiber internet now. So before we get started, for starters, I do want to first of all say that, yeah, we're not on cable internet anymore. So we switched over to fiber internet. So yeah, we are now using a different internet this time around. We're using fiber now. It says that fiber internet is supposed to be more reliable for content creation purposes. So yeah, we got an internet upgrade. We got an internet upgrade, everybody. Okay, so let's get started. Yaha, I'm Elise Chaotic, Pink Bunny Major, welcome me, Cooky Usagida, and welcome to today's stream. Welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to High Beach Expo's Vtuber Winter Prom Q&A. So normally we would be doing it on the High Beach Expo channel, but I do want to promote the Vtuber Winter Prom on my end as well. Also, thank you so much, T, from the Irium side earlier for the stars, and welcome on in. But yeah, for those of you guys who are wondering about what we are talking about today is a Q&A stream. So, as you guys have all known and as you guys have all heard of, the Vtuber Winter Prom is coming up next month. So, aside from today's announcement that we officially got fiber internet installed, so our fiber internet has officially been installed, so we got upgraded internet. We upgraded to new fiber internet today, which is really awesome. We have a new upgrade. Also, thank you so much for the hype on Irium. I appreciate the hype. Thank you. So, aside from the hype that we got on Irium and the new fiber internet upgrades, today is all about the Vtuber Winter Prom Q&A. So, I have gotten a couple questions about the Vtuber Winter Prom, and we're going to be answering all of your guys' questions today. So, thank you guys again so much for the questions, and thank you for your guys' continued support of the Vtuber Winter Prom. I, first of all, really do appreciate all the support, and thank you guys all so much for believing in me and all the support. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot. So, thank you again so much for supporting High Beach Expo, and thank you so much for supporting the Vtuber Winter Prom. I really appreciate it. It really does mean a lot. So, thank you so much again. Thank you. But yes, how is everybody all doing this afternoon? You guys all doing good? Yeah. Alright, so today for our Q&A, for today's Q&A, we're going to be answering the question that you guys have asked us about the 2025 Vtuber Winter Prom. So, we're going to answer all of your questions today. So, friendly reminder, if you guys have any questions, both on YouTube side and on Twitch side, please do not hesitate to ask those questions at any given time. Remember, this is a Q&A stream. We're here to answer any questions that you guys may have, any concerns that you guys may have about the upcoming guys have. So if you have any questions, anything you guys want to ask us at any given time, please do not hesitate to ask us at any time. Alright. So, the first thing that I want to talk about when it comes to the Q&A is about the dates of the Vtuber Winter Prom. I know I had a couple questions about when the dates for the Vtuber Winter Prom are going to be. So, over the past couple months, we've been in discussions with the Vtuber Winter Prom. We have had a couple discussions about when the Vtuber Winter Prom is going to be. So, I'm happy to tell you that the first thing that I do want to announce to you guys is, yes, we do have a finalized date for the Vtuber Winter Prom. So that's going to be next month. That's going to be from December 12th to the 14th of 2025. So, from December 12th to December 14th of 2025 is when the Vtuber Winter Prom will be happening. It's going to be featuring Very Candy to College, which was announced earlier at ReachCon. And Bonnie Wrestling Entertainment, that's also going to be featured on there too. So, as you guys know, it's going to be featuring Bonnie Wrestling Entertainment, Bonnie Wrestling Entertainment, and it's also going to be featuring Very Candy the College. So it's going to be featuring those. Yeah. And if you guys are wondering about the ticket process of how you guys can reserve your guys' tickets, I know there are a couple questions about the ticket process of how the Vtuber Winter Prom works. We're going to go over that today. Alright. Do you guys have any questions before we switch over to talking about the ticketing process? Okay. Alright. Anybody have anything you guys want to ask about the Vtuber Winter Prom before we go over to our process of how the ticketing works? Okay. Alright, so let's go over. So, Ariel, we already went over this the last time, but this is for Twitch and YouTube. So, we're going to go over this on the Twitch and YouTube side. So, those of you guys who are on Twitch and YouTube, we're going to go over the process today. Okay, so let's switch over here. Alright. So, here is how the Vtuber Winter Prom process works. Agent 54, welcome in. Welcome in again. Thank you so much again. Welcome in, Agent 54. Good afternoon. How you doing today? Hope you're doing good. So, again, this is a review for the Irium side, but for the YouTube and Twitch side, this is gonna be the first time that we're gonna go over the Vtuber Winter Prom stuff. I think it's for the star, by the way. I got to go. Here you thinking. So, today we're gonna go over the Vtuber Winter Prom, and we're gonna answer any questions that you guys may have. So, as you guys all know, the Vtuber Winter Prom is coming up next month. So we have been really busy in preparing for the upcoming Vtuber Winter Prom. So we have been really busy with preparing for the Vtuber Winter Prom, not to mention not just the preparations, but we have been busy, you know, putting together all of the stuff and contacting, you know, the participants. So, that being said, let's go over the ticketing system. So, what you guys want to do right now, if you guys can, you're going to go to Eventzilla. So, again, I'm going to pin this comment. So, if you guys want to follow along with us, you guys can. So, alright. We're going to go over this. So, I'm going to pin this message. So that way we can go over all of the Vtuber Winter Prom stuff. So that way we can keep up with the Vtuber Winter Prom stuff. But we're gonna go over it. So again, on Twitch, it's gonna be pinned. It should be pinned right now. YouTube, I'm gonna go pin it up in just a few short moments. So hold on, I'm gonna pin the message so you guys can follow along. Okay, so what you're gonna go to is you're gonna go to eventzilla.net. All right, so that's EVENT. So E as in elephant, V as in violin, E as in egg, N as in Nancy, T as in tiger, Z as in zebra, I as in igloo, L as in lion, L as in lion, A as in apple, .net. So you're gonna go to eventzilla.net, and then from that link, you're gonna click on Vtuber with the Prom. So you guys can follow along with us on the Twitch and YouTube side. So if you guys want to follow along with us, you guys are more than welcome to follow along with us. Then right after this, you're gonna click on register now, and it's gonna take you to this. So do know that there is going to be a 14-minute timer, so you will need to get the tickets within the 14-minute timer. And there are 2 different tickets. Alright. The first thing, for those of you guys who are independent VTubers, is the indie ticket. So, if you are an independent VTuber, so please do note, if you are a VTuber that's affiliated as an independent, please do reserve an independent ticket. For example, if you are an independent VTuber, you'll need to reserve an independent ticket. If you are with an agency, or you're with a group, hi Gold, welcome in from Miriam, thank you so much for the star, I appreciate it. So, alright. If you are with an agency or group, you're gonna need to reserve the group company ticket. So, for agency VTubers, you will need to reserve a group ticket. So, if you're in a VTuber group or you're in a VTuber agency, you will need to click on this one, the group/company ticket. So, let's say for example, if you're in a VTuber group, you want to have 5 members, you can click on 5. And each and every single one of the members in your VTuber group or agency that's going to be attending can register. And then from then on out, you're going to fill in the registration and your email. And then you're going to get a confirmation. So, you're going to get a confirmation. I'm a VTuber. Yeah. Welcome into area. By the way, Gold, I appreciate it. Welcome. So, we're currently multi-streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Area. So, currently right now, Gold, we are currently live on all 3 platforms. So, for VTubers who are interested in attending the VTuber Winter Prom, we're going to be following along with the VTuber Winter Prom registration so that we can walk you guys through the registration process of how the VTuber Winter Prom registration works. So, currently, this is your YouTube VTuber. Awesome! Welcome on board. So, do you guys have any questions about the 2025 VTuber Winter Prom? Alright, so this is open for everyone with the VTuber platform. So, it is open for Irium, it's open for YouTube, and it's open for Twitch. So, just to walk you guys through the process of the VTuber Winter Prom and how the registration works. So, what? Thank you so much for the lollipop on Irium. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, once you guys do get the registration, you're going to get a confirmation ticket that looks like this. So, hold on. I'm going to see if I could show you guys as an example. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much for the follow on Irium. Welcome. So, let me walk you guys through what the ticket looks like. Okay, so this is just an example. So this is not the finalized ticket on your guys' end. Yours may be a little bit different, but this is an example on my end. So let me show you guys what the ticket looks like. So alright. So the ticket on your guys' end is gonna look something like this. So once you get your guys' ticket, you're gonna get a ticket from Eventzilla that's gonna look just like this. So this is just an example. So that way you guys can see what the tickets look like. You're gonna have something that looks like this. So you're gonna have your order number confirmation. Do know this is just an example. So this is not gonna be the final product. It's gonna be a little bit different for you guys, depending on which ticket you get, whether you're going as an independent or whether you're going as a corporate. But your ticket is gonna look like this. So let me show you guys really quick of what it looks like. So on your guys' ticket, so each and every ticket that you guys get, right? Each and every ticket that you guys get, it's gonna have an order number. So you're gonna have an order confirmation number, right? And then you're gonna have the name of the event, which is the 2025 Vtuber Winter Prom. Once you guys get this ticket, it's gonna tell us that you are gonna be coming to the Vtuber Winter Prom for 2025. You're gonna receive this QR code, your name, and then the ticket that you registered for. So this is just as an example. So I put, for my example, as an indie VTuber, and then this is the name of the VTuber. So when you guys register as for the VTuber Winter Prom, you can put your VTuber name. So for example, when I put my VTuber name, right? Mine says Cooky Usagida. Yeah. So again, make sure you guys go to eventzilla.com .net to get your guys tickets. So all the ticket sales, to figure out how many people are going to be attending, it's located right over here on eventzilla.net. So if you guys have any questions, or you guys are not able to register, but you guys would still like to be a part of it, please don't hesitate to let me know. Like I said, I do want to make sure the registration works for everybody and that everybody is able to get on the Winter Prom. But yes, tickets are available on Eventzilla. So you will need to RSVP. So in order to be able to attend the Winter Prom, you will need to RSVP. That's going to be on Eventzilla. Yeah. Alright. Does anybody have any questions or any concerns about the upcoming Winter Prom and how to get your guys' tickets? Right, anybody have any questions or any concerns? But yes, make sure you guys do RSVP via Eventzilla, because that is how we'll get your guys' tickets. And once you get your guys' tickets, you should get a confirmation mail. You should get a confirmation in the mail, in your email, that's gonna redirect you to the Discord server, where then you're gonna be joining in from there. Yeah. But as a friendly reminder, I do want to make this 100% clear. Please make sure when you guys are in the Hybe Chiba Expo Discord server, please RSVP for VTuber Winter Prom Fest. That is the only way that you are going to get notified of any new updates for the VTuber Winter Prom. So please, 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 make sure you guys select that row. Please, please, please select that row. So you're going to get a welcome Prom. So you're gonna have questions that you can select for your guys' event. So you have High VTuber Expo, VTubers 101, VTuber Winter Prom, or VTuber Care Awards. You're gonna get only notified if you select the VTuber Winter Prom role. So once you take part and learn about VTuber Winter Prom, that is when you're gonna get notified of any new updates. Friendly reminder, VTuber Winter Prom chats must be occurring in where it says VTuber Winter Prom. So just as a friendly reminder. Yeah. Thank you so much for the thumbs up, Lord. I appreciate it. But yes, please do make sure, if you guys are gonna be going to the VTuber Winter Prom, you guys want to sign up, please make sure you guys do sign up for the role, because that is how you're gonna get notified of when anything goes live with the VTuber Winter Prom. Alright. You guys have any questions or any additional concerns before we move on? Okay. So, how can I participate in this event? I know I've had a couple questions about how you guys can participate in this event. So I'm gonna go over it. Please do not forget to use this hashtag. Again, that's hashtag VWinterProm25. Again, VWinterProm25. So, as a friendly reminder, if you guys want to get notified of anything that goes on throughout the VTuber Winter Prom, that's throughout the VTuber Winter Prom, please remember, friendly reminder, please use this hashtag, because that's how you're gonna get notified. That's how you're gonna be able to see everything going on with the VTuber Winter Prom. So please do not forget to use this hashtag. Again, that's VWinterProm25. Alright. But yes, please do not forget to use that hashtag. So, VWinterProm25. Alright. But yes, do you guys have any questions about the upcoming VTuber Winter Prom? I think in the next stream or so, I'm gonna work on a command where you guys can click on anything that's going on with the VTuber Winter Prom stuff. But that's how you're gonna get notified when anything is occurring with the VTuber Winter Prom. Is using this hashtag. So please make sure you guys want to stay up to date with the VTuber Winter Prom on social media or any activities about the VTuber Winter Prom, especially with the VR chat screenshots too. Like if you guys have any screenshots from the VR chat event, please do not forget to use this hashtag VWinterProm25. Alright. Do you guys have any questions or any concerns before we move on to the next one? Alright, I'm gonna make an announcement right there. You guys can get notified of those in the High VTuber Expo, so we can get notified that we're live, so we're answering you guys' questions. Alright. Alright. Do you guys have any questions or any concerns about the 2025 VTuber Winter Prom and the hashtag? Okay. Winter Prom. So, the next one is who can participate in the Vtuber Winter Prom. So, the Vtuber Winter Prom, as a friendly reminder, the Vtuber Winter Prom is open to VTubers and their fans. So, everyone in the VTuber community, no matter what platform you're on, which includes Area, it includes YouTube and Twitch, even Kick, it is open. It is open. Just as long as you do follow the rules within mind. Hi Kenneth, welcome! What type of bunny VTuber are you? I am a not chaotic King Bunny mage. And thank you for the streak, by the way. But yeah, I am a not chaotic King Bunny mage. Remember, the not chaotic part, you have to include the not chaotic part. So that is the kind of bunny mage I am. I'm a not chaotic King Bunny mage. Don't forget the not chaotic part, because that is what I am. I'm not a gremlin, and I do want to make that 100% clear that I am not a gremlin. And that is the truth. I'm not chaotic. So, yeah. That's my type of VTuber. I'm a not chaotic King Bunny mage. I'm a pink rabbit, and I'm not a gremlin. So that is what type of VTuber I am. I'm not a gremlin. I'm not a gremlin. So, and people say Easter rabbit. No, I'm not an Easter rabbit. I'm not an Easter rabbit. Okay? I'm not an Easter rabbit. I am not an Easter rabbit. That's the thing. Friendly reminder. I'm trying to tell you. My sissy. Yeah, I know that the Easter rabbit exists. But here's the thing. I myself, to be exact, I am not an Easter rabbit. I am a not chaotic King Bunny. Just to be exact. Emphasis on the not part. You have to include the not chaotic part. That's my type of VTuber. So if anybody would ask me, you know, what type of VTuber I am, I'm a not chaotic King Bunny mage. Make it look good? Thanks for your support. Here's the thing, I'm not an Easter rabbit. I do want to make that clear. I'm not an Easter rabbit VTuber. I'm a not chaotic King Bunny mage VTuber, to be exact. Or if you could call me the least chaotic King Bunny mage you'll ever meet. I am the least chaotic King Bunny mage, not the most chaotic, not a gremlin, not a gremlin. I'm not a gremlin. I'm not chaotic or any of these things, okay? And it's the truth. I'm not a chaotic bunny. You have to include the not part. Okay? When it comes to chaotic, you have to include the not part. So, yeah. That's the type of bunny VTuber I am. Alright. Do you guys have any questions or any concerns about the upcoming VTuber Winter Prom so far? Okay. I've been asked about the type of bunny I am. I'm a non-chaotic King Bunny mage. And I'm also the host of this event too. So, yeah. Okay. Next one. Next one. So, karaoke relay applications. I do want to go over them. I do want to go over them. So, this is very important because, especially for those who are looking to become part of the karaoke relay, I'm gonna go over this. Friendly reminder, you guys only have 1 week left to turn in your guys' application. Next week is the last week. So if you guys want to sign up or get your guys' chances in, please make sure you guys get your guys' chances in. Please, please, please sign up. Please sign up. Please sign up. Okay? Friendly friendly reminder. If you guys want to sign up for the VTuber Winter Prom, please sign up before November 15th. That is the absolute last day that we're going to be accepting applications. After this, for those of you guys who are added to the VTuber Winter Prom Karaoke Relay lineup, we're going to start contacting people. Alright? Friendly reminder. Please do sign up. Please sign up before November 15th. If you want to be part of the Karaoke Relay, please do sign up soon because we're going to be closing up the applications in less than 1 week. So please make sure you guys do sign up. Okay. Does anybody have any questions or any concerns before we go over the application process for the Winter Prom? Okay. Alright. So, hold on one moment. We're going to switch over to the Karaoke Relay application. Yes, I do want to give you guys a friendly reminder to those of you guys who did not sign up. Please make sure you guys sign up soon because we're closing up those applications in less than 1 week. So make sure you guys sign up soon. The sooner you guys can sign up, that way we can figure out who's going to be participating and who. Alright. Does anybody have any questions about the VTuber Winter Prom? So we're going to go over the application just a little bit so that we can figure out how the application process works. We're going to go over the WWE application. Yes, we're going to go over that too. So, about the calling stuff, we're still working on finalizing things with the calling, but more details should be released, I think, hopefully tomorrow. So, hopefully tomorrow or Sunday we can finalize all the information and we'll get started with what we have planned for the calling's appearance at the VTuber Winter Prom for 2025. So, alright, let's go over what we have for the VTuber Winter Prom. Okay. So, here is the Karaoke Relay application. So, in order to be a part of the VTuber Winter Prom, you will need to sign up. So, I will make this very, very clear. For anybody who wants to be a part of the VTuber Winter Prom, you will need to RSVP before November 15th. So, again, you will need to sign up in order to be a part of the Karaoke Relay. So that way we can figure out who is coming to who is going to sign up for who, and which one is going to sign up for which spot. Yeah. But yes, thank you to everybody so far for signing up, and thank you so much for the interest. I really appreciate everybody. Everybody has been so nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. We had a lot of people that were interested, so thank you so much again for signing up. Please make sure you guys do turn in your guys' sign-in sheets before November 15th, and we're going to start contacting you guys. So, Karaoke Relay application, those that have applied, we're going to contact you guys in just a week. We do have 1 more week, so please do wait for a confirmation from High VTuber Expo, and then you guys will get the application thing. So we're going to start getting all of the overlays, for example, the headband assets that you guys can use on your guys' streams, the overlays, etc. You guys can use them. Yeah. We're going to be sending those out to all the participants within the next couple weeks. Alright. Anybody else? Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. So you put your VTuber name, who are you applying for. If you're in a company or a group, please do select this option. For independent VTuber, you can select this one. So, and do know that if you are under the age of 18 for any of the events, please know that you will not be able to apply. For VTubers affiliated with a company, the best point of contact, the URL of your YouTube channel, at least one song you perform. This is new for this year, so we can see like examples of like songs that you guys have performed, like covers, original songs, etc. And then questions that we have for the VTuber Winter Prom. And then after you sign in with a POS, you will get a confirmation from High VTuber Expo saying that you signed up. So, the next couple weeks, VTuber Winter Prom karaoke relay application. Please, 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 please. Do check your emails. Please check your emails. Please check your emails. Please check your emails. We're gonna be contacting you guys. So, please, please, please do. Alright. Do you guys have any questions about the karaoke relay application? Remember, those are closing within 1 week. So make sure you guys get them in soon. Alright, I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick and I will be right back. Alright. Hold on. I'm so sorry, guys. Alright, we're back. Okay. Sorry about that. I have to go to the restroom. Okay. Alright. Do you guys have any questions or any concerns before we go on to the next one? Also, thank you guys again for the hype. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the gift so far. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much again for the gift. Alright. Do you guys have any questions or any concerns about the karaoke relay application? So, if you guys are part of my Discord server, I'm gonna make a Cooky streamer announcement pretty soon. So please do make sure you guys do stay up to date. I'm gonna make a pink announcement on my Discord server, my main Discord server. So yeah. Okay. Do you guys have any questions or any concerns before we move on to the latest information that we have from High VTuber Expo? Okay. Anybody have any questions? Okay. Alright. It should be pretty straightforward with the karaoke relay application. If at any time, the applications are not straightforward, please let me know as soon as possible. So that way I can get in contact with you guys. Alright. Okay. Anybody have any other questions before we go on with the next one? Okay. This is a new one. The WWE one. This is new. This is a new one. We're gonna go over this. This is brand new. This is brand new. Okay. Since this is a brand new one, we're gonna go over this. Alright. Does anybody have any questions before we go over this application? Now, this one is not until December 5th. But we're going to go over this today because this one is pretty important for those that want to participate in our tournament. So, do you guys remember how last year we had to cancel the game tournament because we didn't get enough demand? Okay, the game tournaments are back for this year. For this year, they have returned. They have returned. So, this time around, it's going to be hosted by Bon Bon Bonnie. You guys can go check out Bonnie. We're going to go shout them out right now, so hold on one moment. Let me shout them out. Again, thank you so much to Bonnie for the opportunity to host this. It really does mean a lot. So please go check them out. I'm going to go shout out Bon Bon Bonnie right now. So let's go shout them out real quick. Thank you. Thank you so much again, Bonnie. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's pretty new this year that we're inviting other people to host their own like game tournaments and all that. So it's brand new. This is the first year that we're doing this. So pretty excited. But yeah. Okay. Let's go over the karaoke relay applications now that we went over that. Let's go over this. The WWE tournament sign up form. So, as a friendly reminder, we're gonna go over each of the tournament rules. So I'm gonna type this in the chat so you guys can follow along with us. So, each of the rules is pretty simple. There will be a total of 6 matches in the WWE tournament. Okay? So that is a rule first and foremost. That is a rule that we have first and foremost. Alright. First and foremost of the rule, there will be a total of 6 matches in the WWE. A 30-person Royal Rumble, Tag Team, Champion match, and the winner's match versus champion of their choice. Each person will have a custom avatar that will be playable in the game. The game competition will be around 3 hours and will be held on day 1 of the event. Winners of the tournament will be crowned as the official WWE X Vtuber Winter Prom champion. This one, you will be required to submit your reference sheet. You will be required to. And you will also need to type in your URL of your streaming platform account. If you do have WWE already, 2K25, you will also need to type in your creator name right over here. This one will require a transparent PNG image. So please do make sure that if you're going to be signing up for this tournament, please make sure you guys do have a transparent PNG image, or if you already have the game pre-installed on your guys' computer, please make sure you guys do send that over and use the tags either me or either Hype Triple Expo or Bon Bon Bonnie. So friendly reminder, please make sure you guys do get those in. Yeah. And then similar to the Vtuber Winter Prom, it's pretty simple with the questions. But yes, do you guys have any questions or concerns about the Vtuber Winter Prom? As for the calling, we're still finalizing it, so we're not going to go over the calling stuff today. But I can confirm to you that the calling does have a new trailer that was announced at ReachCon that will be played throughout the starting soon stream, throughout the event. But yes. Do you guys have any questions or any concerns? Alright. So yeah, it should be pretty straightforward with the BBWE. If you guys have any questions or any concerns, please do feel free to ask at any given time, whether it's on the stream today that we're having a Q&A stream, or be working on the announcement. Oh, thank you so much again for the boost. Thank you, Subway. Welcome, welcome. Subway has been working really, really hard on the website. So thank you again so much for working really hard on the website. I really appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Yes, we're currently live on Irium. So anybody who wants to join in the Irium stream, we also have Irium as well. So we're live on Irium, we're live on YouTube, and on Twitch. So if you guys want to hang out, do feel free to check out all 3 platforms. We're currently live on there. Okay, with Subway here. Thank you again, Subway, for all the hard work. First of all, thank you, Subway, for all the hard work you've been putting into this website. I really, really appreciate all the hard work you've been putting into the High Vtuber Expo website. So, I want to talk to you guys about a very important announcement. This is in regards to High Vtuber Expo's future. Okay. Okay. So, here is what's going on right now with High Vtuber Expo. Where we are at with High Vtuber Expo right now. With the VTuber organization. So, TLDR. I'm going to give you guys a TLDR. Do you guys want the TLDR or do you guys want the full details? I'm going to do a poll. So, if you guys want to do a poll, you guys want to do a TLDR or the full details? So, we have TLDR or the full details. Okay. I'm gonna make an announcement on the High Vtuber Expo channel later. Don't worry, it's a good announcement. It's a good announcement. It's not a bad announcement or anything. It's a really, really good announcement. But it also is gonna mean that the future of High Vtuber Expo is also gonna be changing. So yeah. That's what it means. That's what it means. So, do you guys want the TLDR or you guys want the full details of what's going on with High Vtuber Expo right now? Okay. Alright. So, we have the TLDR or the full details. I can give you guys either one of them. Don't worry, there's gonna be a full statement coming out from High Vtuber Expo pretty soon. That's gonna explain about the future of High Vtuber Expo. But I do wanna make this clear with you guys, since you know, as I am affiliated with High Vtuber Expo, I do wanna make this very clear. Yeah. So do you guys want the TLDR or do you guys want the full details? Which would you guys like? So if you guys do experience internet problems, I am so sorry. We just got fiber internet installed today within the HQ. So again, I am so sorry. If we do have internet issues, I do want to apologize because we just got fiber internet installed today. So we upgraded our internet from cable internet to fiber internet. So it's a little bit different today. So that's why the stream was pushed back. Ooh, fiber, yeah. So we now have fiber internet. So as of today, we're no longer with cable internet. We are now with fiber internet. Yeah. So our internet is now in fiber. Okay, full details, full details. Anybody want the full details? Okay. On the... Okay. Full details, full details. Okay. Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna end the poll from YouTube and Twitch right now. Okay, everybody voted for the full details. So, let's talk about, this is kind of a serious talk, but let's talk about the future of High Vtuber Expo because this is kind of important. And I do want to be really clear about like the future of the organization because as you guys know, High Vtuber Expo has been around for about a year now, and we've been around for practically a long while. So I want to, you know, as a VTuber affiliated with High Vtuber Expo, I want to make this 100% clear and, you know, be transparent. So, High Vtuber Expo, and we're going to type we're gonna go in full details. So, for the full details, VTuber Expo. So here is what's gonna be happening after the new year. Don't worry, the VTuber Winter Prom is still gonna be happening. This is after the VTuber Winter Prom. So, full details, and I'm gonna be pretty clear about this. VTuber Expo is facing some issues. So, the issues that VTuber Expo is facing is that VTuber Expo has gotten too successful. Basically, it's suffering from success. And because VTuber Expo is suffering from success, the organization VTuber Expo is suffering from success, VTuber Expo, starting in 2026, is no longer going to become a pilot project. So, TLDR, VTuber Expo will no longer be a pilot project and will be transitioning. Yeah. So, you guys might be wondering what VTuber Expo will be transitioning to. And I have thought a lot about what I wanted to do with the future of VTuber Expo. VTuber Expo, first of all, I want to make this clear. VTuber Expo is not ceasing operations. We are not closing down VTuber Expo. We're not shutting down VTuber Expo. This is not going to be the last VTuber Winter Prom. But we are going to need a lot of support in order for VTuber Expo to transition from a pilot project into a permanent entity. Yeah. So, in December, we're going to start doing a donathon where we're going to be raising money to help increase VTuber Expo's opportunities in the future. So VTuber Expo is suffering from success. It's been having a lot of demand, and we've been seeing a lot of VTubers that want to do more event appearances in the Hawaiian Islands. And this means that because there are more VTubers that are looking towards Hawaii as a market, this means that VTuber Expo, as a pilot project, the resources have been stretched thin. The resources have been stretched thin for VTuber Expo. Yeah, we are suffering from success. Yeah. Very nice build up. Yeah. So, VTuber Expo is suffering from success. We've been facing high demands of VTubers who have been utilizing the resources that are coming in from VTuber Expo. We cannot really continue as a pilot project anymore because the resources of VTuber Expo has been stretched thin. So, I started VTuber Expo last year. Started VTuber Expo last year as a pilot project, about a couple of months after I left my previous affiliation. Because keep in mind, before I started VTuber Expo, I was a group affiliated VTuber. I was affiliated with another VTuber group. And this was created about a couple months after I left. So, yeah. VTuber Expo is suffering from success, and its resources have been stretched thin. We have been seeing an increase in VTubers utilizing VTuber Expo's resources to do more event appearances within the Hawaiian Islands. This has been, for example, in 2024, we have to start outsourcing some of the VTuber 101 stuff because the VTubers 101 resources has been stretched way too thin for VTuber Expo. And in 2025, we also have to outsource some of the resources as well to Twitch Hawaii as a collaboration because the resources for VTuber Expo have just been stretched too thin. Yeah. VTuber Expo, can no longer keep up with the demand. With the demand for Hawaii's VTubing industry growing, and that means that VTuber Expo is also growing, and we've been growing pretty rapidly. Especially with VTuber Expo's success. Yeah. And as Subway isn't here right now, Subway is currently working on the website. And that means with VTuber Expo finally getting a website, VTuber Expo here in Hawaii, given the limited opportunities, given the limited resources here in Hawaii for VTubers, we are one of the very few entities in Hawaii that is aimed at the VTuber market here. So, we are, when it comes to High VTuber Expo, we are one of the very few entities in Hawaii that focuses on the Hawaii VTubing market. We're one of the very few. And because we are one of the very few that focuses on bringing VTubers from Hawaii to the world, our resources are getting stretched thin. And more VTubers are requesting for resources that are beyond within our control. Yeah. So in December, in order to fundraise for the future of High VTuber Expo, in order to fundraise to allow High VTuber Expo to expand from a pilot project to a permanent entity, we are going to do a donathon. This means that we're going to start the process. We're going to start the process of registering the IP, of registering the High VTuber Expo domain. Yeah. As Subway is working on the website, this means that High VTuber Expo is going to expand. It's going to transition from a pilot project, because the pilot project was deemed successful, to a permanent entity. But in order for High VTuber Expo to continue expanding to the Hawaiian Islands and to continue our mission of bringing VTubers from Hawaii to the world, we are going to need your guys' support. So, I have decided on a hashtag. We're going to be using the hashtag SaveHighVTuberExpo, which is going to be the hashtag that we're going to be using to help promote High VTuber Expo's expansion. So, what Save High VTuber Expo is about expanding High VTuber Expo from a pilot project to a permanent entity. This means that High VTuber Expo will be here to stay, but it needs the resources in order to continue on as a permanent entity. I was not expecting that High VTuber Expo would be this successful. I think that neither me nor the VTubers who were in High VTuber Expo or worked with High VTuber Expo on the resources can expect the success that High VTuber Expo has been facing. I was not expecting this, and neither, were the other VTubers who worked with High VTuber Expo. And so, because of this demand, we need to expand in order to survive, right? As a pilot project, High VTuber Expo can only do so much. We can only do so much to support the VTubing community in Hawaii and around the world. But with the expansion of High VTuber Expo, with the expansion of these opportunities, High VTuber Expo can continue on as a permanent entity. So yeah, do keep in mind too, High VTuber Expo, how I've been funding High VTuber Expo. Also, welcome in, Randy. Hello, hello. So, I'm going to give you guys a TLDR for those of you guys that came in. TLDR, High VTuber Expo is struggling because we have been getting a massive demand in VTubers wanting to utilize the resources that High VTuber Expo provides. So, I just want to give a TLDR. High VTuber Expo has been struggling. And High VTuber Expo is struggling because we are suffering from success. We are suffering from success of VTubers. There has been a very big demand in VTubers over the past recent times wanting to do event appearances in the Hawaiian Islands. We have been seeing an increase in VTubers wanting to utilize High VTuber Expo's resources. And right now, because we are not a permanent entity, we are a pilot project. Keep in mind that when High VTuber Expo introduced itself in 2024, we introduced ourselves as a Hawaii-based VTuber pilot project. We did not introduce ourselves as a permanent entity. We are a pilot project. Yeah. That is what we introduced ourselves as a Hawaii-based VTuber organization pilot project. A VTuber convention pilot project. That is what we introduced ourselves as. A pilot project. And we wasn't so sure because at the time when I started High VTuber Expo, and neither I or any of the VTubers who worked with High VTuber Expo were not so sure whether a organization like High VTuber Expo could survive in Hawaii market. But surprisingly, High VTuber Expo did. You know, given 2025's busy event schedule, we've had event appearances, sometimes back to back. About 10 to 11 event appearances. And you know, we have the VTuber Winter Prom coming up, and we have multiple different events, and we're getting ready to attend Super Saturday Hawaii next month. It has been a really, really busy year for High VTuber Expo. And that means, in order for High VTuber Expo to continue on as a permanent entity, because of the resources, we need to expand. So that is a TLDR. That's all I want to say. So, Donathon is going to be coming up in December. We're going to be working on the Donathon. I'm planning on either using Sponsor or Ko-fi to help with the expansion of High VTuber Expo. But TLDR, High VTuber Expo is expanding. And we're no longer going to be a VTuber pilot project anymore. We're going to be expanding into a permanent entity, and we're going to start the transition. Because High VTuber Expo was deemed too successful. And when High VTuber Expo was deemed too successful, when a pilot project like High VTuber Expo is deemed too successful, we cannot provide the resources that VTubers want at events like KawaiiCon. So that is what's going to be happening. And I do want to, give you guys a heads up that, hey, High VTuber Expo is going to start its transition from a pilot project to a permanent entity starting in 2026, but we need your guys' help. So that is a TLDR that I want to give you guys. I want to give you guys, the clearance, TLDR that, hey, High VTuber Expo is expanding. We're getting ready to expand as to a pilot project to a permanent entity, but we're going to need your guys' help. So, also, Daryl and Nova, thank you so much again for becoming a member of the Cooky Meditation. Welcome on board. So, that is what's going to be happening. We're going to be expanding High VTuber Expo starting in 2026. Because High VTuber Expo has just been too successful as a pilot project to continue. So it cannot continue financially as a pilot project anymore. Especially financially and mentally, it just cannot continue on where it's at right now. It needs to expand. So we're going to be hosting a donathon for it in December. So if you guys want to expand High VTuber Expo and, expand High VTuber Expo's resources and keep High VTuber Expo's doors open to continue to serve the Hawaii VTubing scene for many years to come, please do feel free to support, whether it's by donating, whether it's by volunteering your time, whether it's by spreading the word. It's all really appreciated. So we want to make sure we keep High VTuber Expo stores open. We want to make sure we keep it open. And not just, in 2025, but in 2026 and beyond. We want High VTuber Expo to be there as a resource that Hawaii VTubers can use. But yeah. going to be happening with High. Alright. Do you guys have any other questions about what's going to be happening with 2026 and beyond for High VTuber Expo future? Anybody have any questions about what the transition is going to be? Especially since Subway's been working on the website for High VTuber Expo, we're going to be already starting the transition already, starting next year. Yeah. It's going to be a lot. You know, transitioning High VTuber Expo from a pilot project to a permanent entity is going to be a lot. It is going to be a lot. And I mean a lot. In order to expand High VTuber Expo to meet the needs of Hawaii. But this transition is very, very important for us as we continue to expand our operations and we continue to serve the needs of Hawaii and its B2B scene. We want to expand, and we're going to be expanding because we've been seeing a huge demand in VTubers wanting to do event appearances in Hawaii. And we are committed to expanding High VTuber Expo, but we need the resources and the support from the community that we can get in order to continue serving to the Hawaii VTubers and the VTubers that want to come to Hawaii and around the world. All right. Anybody have any questions or any support, any questions or any concerns before we move on? Okay. I just want to answer your guys' questions and just do a TLDR for High. But yes, we are expanding. We're not going to be a pilot project anymore. We're going to be expanding from a pilot project to a permanent entity. And this is going to require a lot of funding, and this is going to require a lot of funding and support up front. Because the demand for High VTuber Expo has just gotten to the point where we no longer can just be a pilot project anymore. So that's going to require a lot of funding up front to allow High VTuber Expo to continue its operation. Alright. So, that is what's going to happen with High VTuber Expo. We're going to have a Q&A about High VTuber Expo's transition. So, that's going to be later on, but I just want to give you guys a heads up on what's going to be happening with High VTuber Expo. We're going to start the transition starting next year to be more permanent. Yeah. So think about it this way. High VTuber Expo is just evolving. It's not going anywhere. We're not closing down. We're not ceasing operations. We're not shutting down. We're not going out of business. We're not ceasing operations. We're just evolving. But we're going to need a lot of funding and support in order for us to continue to serve the public because of the demand. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing for High VTuber Expo, but it's also going to bring a lot of new challenges for High VTuber Expo. Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for supporting High VTuber Expo. Thank you again. I know High VTuber Expo's growth and success and expansion is going to be quite a lot. Especially with 2026, especially with everything going on. But, you know, we are excited for the future of High VTuber Expo. And I know, I'm 100% sure you guys are looking forward to the expansion of High VTuber Expo and the next steps in High VTuber Expo's opportunities. So I want to say thank you for supporting High VTuber Expo as a pilot project over the last year. And while High VTuber Expo will be coming to an end as a pilot project, it means that High VTuber Expo will be expanding as a permanent entity to continue to serve the VTubing community in Hawaii. So thank you for supporting High VTuber Expo, everybody, and thank you again for your support as a pilot project. And we can't wait to see the future of High VTuber Expo. We can't wait to see where High VTuber Expo is going to move to next. You know, we can't wait. I know I'm excited for the future of High, and I know you guys as a community are excited for the future of High VTuber Expo and the success. So, yeah, let's keep it going. Thank you all so much for you guys' continued support. All right. Will the VTuber Winter Prom be the final event for High VTuber Expo? As a pilot project, yes. The VTuber Winter Prom will be the last event for High VTuber Expo as a pilot project. After VTuber Winter Prom, we're going to start transitioning High VTuber Expo from a pilot project to a permanent entity. So that means that High VTuber Expo is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be different. It's going to be a little bit different, you know? It's going to be a little bit different. You know? And I do want to make this clear, you know? Thank you for supporting High VTuber Expo. Thank you for supporting the pilot project program, especially during its early stages. And yeah, let's go forth with High VTuber Expo's future together. Alright. Any other questions or concerns about the VTuber Winter Prom? Okay. Alright. So, that being said, everybody, with that being said, do you guys have any suggestions for how we can improve the VTuber Winter Prom? I do want to ask you guys directly. How can we make this VTuber Winter Prom the best VTuber Winter Prom that it can be? How do you guys envision a VTuber Winter Prom for the 2025? Because I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys directly. How can we create a VTuber Winter Prom that people can be proud of? That is the question that I want to envision. But yeah. You guys have any questions or anything you guys want to suggest to me? All right. But yeah. I do want to talk about what the funds are gonna go to. Yes, right. I think the lineup of events already sounds great. Yeah, pretty excited for the future of High VTuber Expo. And you know, I'm excited for the future, and you know, this is High VTuber Expo's final event as a pilot project. This is the last one before we transition into a permanent organization. So we transition from a permanent into a permanent organization. So this is the last event. This is it. This is the final win. And after this, High VTuber Expo is gonna start the transition process of becoming permanent. So, you know, it was a lot. It was a lot. You know, with all the events that we did. But, you know, we're excited for the future of High VTuber Expo, and hopefully we can start working into making, you know, High VTuber Expo a full-time job. So we're gonna, you know, start the process of, you know, who knows? Maybe High VTuber Expo can become a full-time job, and this means that streaming can become a full-time job. eventually for High VTuber Expo. So who knows? The future remains bright for High. The future remains bright for High. Yeah. Thank you. And thank you again, Subway, for all the hard work you've been putting into, seriously. For the website, can I show you guys real quick the website that Subway's been working on? Guys, I need to show you guys the website really quick. I need to seriously show you guys the website. Let me show you guys. This is absolutely beautiful. Okay. So, and you know, Subway, it's also because of the website that you have built, which is why it is possible for High VTuber Expo to start transitioning to a permanent organization. Because of the support that you guys have given to High, this means that High VTuber Expo can start getting in the process of, you know, becoming permanent and finally establishing itself as an organization. So that means that we will no longer be a pilot project and will now be expanding into a permanent organization, a permanent business. So we're excited for the future of High VTuber Expo, and I know, especially with everything going on, we're excited. We're excited for the future. So yeah, here's everything with the website, what the mobile website looks like. So we have the About, Members, News Schedule, Merch, Support, and Contact. So this is the mobile site. You guys want to see? Oh, here's the schedule too. They have the schedule too at the Atasha Coffee Co. That's so cool. Look at all the merch. They listed all of the merchandise. So cool. Look at that. This means I finally get to figure out how to get a domain name for High VTuber Expo. We can finally start thinking about domain names and, you know, finally start thinking about how to register High VTuber Expo as a legitimate website and a permanent organization. You know, the pilot project was a success, and now the next step is to make it permanent. Yeah. And then let me show you guys real quick the website, because I know Subway's been working really hard on the website. Okay, this is the members page. So let's work on that one really quick. Okay. You guys can look at this one too. Look at this one. Look at this one. Look at the website. It already looks so good. It already looks so good already. Look at that. That already looks amazing. And then here is the members page. This is my members page. I'm going to be listed as a High VTuber Expo member on the website. So here's what my page looks like. And my OC mark is located right over there too. Look at that! I even have all of my merchandise! Now look at my OC mark there too. It's the bunny maid. And all of my throne and stuff. Oh, one more thing, Subway. If you could suggest to put the email in there too, that would be really appreciated. Because I think if we put the email contact for High VTuber Expo, that way, like, they could reach out to, like, the High VTuber Expo directly, I think that would be a really, really cool thing. So if they want to work with the High VTuber Expo people, you know, they could also contact as well. Yeah. I think that could be something that we could do later down the line, Subway. But yeah, got it. Awesome. Thank you. I'm gonna, once I get the High VTuber Expo domain registered, I'm gonna switch over the domain to highvtuberexpo.com. I might look into registering the email domain and the Blue Sky domain from, you know how like right now on my Blue Sky, if we do raise enough funding for High VTuber Expo, I might change up the domain as well. So it's gonna be mainly from VTubers.social to Cooky Usagida.highvtuberexpo.com. So that's what I was thinking about. Yeah. But yeah. Thank you again for all the hard work, by the way, stuff that you've been putting into this website. Thank you all so much again for supporting High VTuber Expo and its mission. We've gotten so much support. We really have gotten a lot of support in High VTuber Expo and its mission. So we're very excited, for the future of High, and I'm gonna be writing up my statement. But yeah, we're excited for the future of High VTuber Expo. We're very excited, and with High VTuber Expo experiencing success, we're very excited for the future of High VTuber Expo. We're excited for the growth of High VTuber Expo, and just excited overall for the VTuber Winter Prom. But yes. With that being said, anybody have any questions about High VTuber Expo, transition announcements, or the VTuber Winter Prom in general? Okay. Alright. Anybody have any questions or any concerns about overall with the VTuber Winter Prom? But yes, friendly reminder as well, if you guys want to join in the VTuber Winter Prom for High VTuber Expo then, you have the fan Discord that you guys can join into. Just make sure if you guys want to join in there, make sure you guys do join in there. And if you guys want to be pinged for the VTuber Winter Prom role, please do use the VTuber Winter Prom role to be pinged for when you do talk about this. Yeah. But yeah, we're very excited for the future. We're very excited for everything. And then as for the schedule, let me show you guys the schedule that it's gonna look like. The final schedule when High VTuber Expo's website does get launched. This is what it's gonna look like. It's gonna look like this. But yeah, any additional questions or concerns before we do go on with talking about additional questions? But yeah, that's what the schedule's gonna look like. Once the High VTuber Expo website is launched, all of the High VTuber Expo affiliated VTubers, including myself, our schedules are gonna be listed on the website. So that is what's gonna look like on my end. But yeah. Okay. So about where are we gonna have the VTuber Winter Prom in VR chat, because that's for the final day. That is for the final day. Last year we had the event ballroom that was created by Jar. This year I'm thinking about moving it to another VTuber world. So that we have not decided yet on where we're gonna have the VTuber Winter Prom on there. But yeah, we're gonna consider looking into several different resources. So later down the line, for the VTuber VR chat world, we're gonna have a full voting of the VTuber Winter Prom hangout for the VR chat, because on the final day, which is Sunday, we're gonna have the VR chat hangout. We're gonna have that, so we're gonna vote on it as well. Yeah. But yes, if you have any VR chat worlds you guys want to suggest, any VR chat worlds you guys want to suggest, please do not hesitate to let us know in the chat. You guys can let us know. Okay. It's gonna be the VR chat world that we do want. Yeah. That is what we are looking at. Okay. So, there are several different suggestions. The first one is the event ballroom by Jar, like we did last year. And then there's also several other worlds since then. So we were thinking about several different other worlds in VR chat. So we have the Winter Ball, for example. We have several different other worlds that we can do. Oh! What about this one? Would this be cool? This was the Winter Night Park. We haven't had in the Winter Night Park yet. Would you guys be down for this one? Okay, so here are several different options that we currently have, right? So we have the Winter Ball in VR chat. So several different worlds that we have. But yeah, these are the several ones that I am thinking of. There's the Winter Ball as well. Hopefully one day in the future we'll be able to have our own VR chat world so that we can host events. Yeah, if we ever do get our own world, we would love to be able to do that. Also, this one is pretty cool too. This one is pretty cool as well. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah. Let us know what any VR chat worlds you guys have. like we just got an update from Subway. Okay. Are you guys ready to see what it looks like? Look at this! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That is so cool. So thank you so much for the hype on Irium. I appreciate it. So, look at that! Maybe perhaps in the future we could do like journals, like news blogs to talk about High VTuber Expo's projects. That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. Hi Bandit, welcome! Oh, I love how you also included Irium. I love how you included Irium too! I love how you included Irium too. But yeah, so TLDR, Bandit, for those who missed it, High VTuber Expo is transitioning. So it's gonna cease operations as a pilot project and we'll be moving towards a permanent entity. And we're gonna be starting a donathon in 2025, December next month, to start funding the resources needed to transition High VTuber Expo to a permanent entity. So the reason why is because High VTuber Expo's been doing pretty successfully to the point that we've been getting a lot of demand. So we want to meet that demand. Yeah. That's why. And then you guys can see, this is so good. So good. I can't wait to post it on my social media. Oh my goodness. Look at all of this. Look at all of this, guys. Look at all of this. Look at this. This is the new High VTuber Expo website. It's getting a website. We're getting a website. All I gotta do now is to start to look at the domain. Wait. Question. So, if we register the High VTuber Expo domain, right? 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 So, okay, let's see. How much does HighVTuberExpo.com cost? Okay. Alright. So, if we registered this domain, right? HighVTuberExpo.com as a domain. Yeah, that's gonna be about per year, based on the website, right? The cost of registering a domain, that's gonna depend on where we register the domain. We have previously used another domain, which is pretty good. So, we might look into that again. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, High VTuber Expo website. looked at the website. It's about, I think, $11 per year. It depends on where we're gonna be able to host it. So if we register HiVtuberExpo.com as a domain, right? So, and I want to register it per year. So let's see. If we register HiVtuberExpo.com, right? You can register it. What's your favorite type of pizza? That's a good question. I really like barbecue chicken and seafood. Yeah. Wait! HiVtuberExpo.com. It's available for, wait, $13 for the first year? Wait, it depends on the website. Okay. Let's see. So, oh, that's what we were using. Ionos. That's the one that we were using. We were using Ionos. Okay, that's the one we were using. Yeah. That's the one we were using. So I was thinking about using Ionos again. But we need to figure out how much we're going to register it for the first year. Okay. About $1 per year for 1 year. So if HiVtuberExpo.com, we register it as a domain, it's about $1 a year. And then if I register that as a domain, oh, right. We also gotta take a look into the next domain too. So, HiVtuberExpo.com. That's about $20 the next year though. If you register the domain on Amazon's Route 33 services, HiVtuberExpo.com is about $15 a year. Let me look that up real quick. Route 53. Route 53. How is Amazon's Route 53 though? How is Amazon's Route 53? So, I use Ionos. Because CafeCookie.com, when I used to have that domain, I don't have the domain anymore. Okay. Ionos. $15 per year. Okay. $15 a year, HiVtuberExpo.com. Okay, so if we were to register HiVtuberExpo, right? Let's say, yeah, that's not bad. HiVtuberExpo in 5 years will be about $75 a year to keep HiVtuberExpo on the Amazon domain. Yeah, let's see. I know a lot of companies have used AWS, which is Amazon Web Services. I have never personally used AWS. I use Ionos, and then I built a website using Wix. But I think that'd be pretty cool, actually, if you register it. Let's see. Domain registration. Register a new domain. HiVtuberExpo.com. Okay. Let's see. Oh! month. $15 a month. Okay. So we can put that as the donathon goal. So if we reach $15, that means for the first year that can cover HiVtuber Expo's domain. So actually, I'll need to write that on the. What was it? The goals? Oh, thank you for the hype, by the way, on Irium. Appreciate it. Thank you. So let me write this. So donathon goals, right? Okay. I'm gonna use Notepad for this one, so that way I don't forget. Because otherwise I tend to forget. Okay, I need to come up with some donathon goals before we go on with the break for today. Okay. Donathon goals. Okay. Donathon goals. So, right, so since Subway recommended Amazon, AWS is commonly used among businesses. I know Hawaiian Airlines, which is now part of Alaska, they use AWS. Wait, hold on. Did he use AWS? Yeah, AWS. So Hawaiian Airlines uses AWS. A lot of businesses use AWS. I know, for example, the airline over here in Hawaii, Hawaiian Airlines, which is owned by Alaska, which is now owned under Alaska Airlines, they use AWS. Alaska also uses AWS. So, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so AWS, Amazon Web Services. So let's see. Donathon goals, $15 covers HiVtuberExpo.com for the first year. So $15 already covers HiVtuberExpo.com for the first year. And then okay. And then the website domain cost is $15. And then what is it? Okay. Oh, welcome. So next live appearance at a con. I think it's December 6th. December 6th, Super Saturday. Super Saturday, Hawaii in December. Yeah, I think so. Welcome in, by the way. Yeah, December 6th. December 6th is when we are, I think, for Super Saturday, Hawaii. As you guys all know, the organization HiVtuber Expo is getting ready to transition to a permanent organization. You know, given the demand and the source of TLDR for those that are coming in, TLDR, HiVtuber Expo is no longer going to be a pilot project. We're going to be switching over to a permanent organization, which means it's going to be new challenges along the way. Yeah. Reason why is because HiVtuber Expo is too successful to continue as a pilot project, so now we are getting ready to make it permanent. So we're going to be doing a donathon in December to cover HiVtuber Expo's costs, which means that we're going to start getting the website domain up. We're going to start getting all the licenses that we need to be able to continue doing these events. So that is what we are doing right now. Okay. Wait. How much is it? But yeah, that's the next month. I think in December 6th for Super Saturday. Yeah, that's our next one. After BTO Winter Prom, the last one is it's on December 14th. Our final one is on December 14th, and then after this, it is completely done for the year for events. Yeah. Yeah, but it's been pretty busy for High Vtuber Expo. It's been a busy year for High. It's just been super jam-packed. You know, we've had numerous different event appearances that have been going on. We've had numerous different things that have been happening and lots of different projects that are going on with High. So it's been really busy, not just on my channel, but, you know, on High Vtuber Expo's end, we've been also having a lot of different things. So we're getting ready to set up everything, and we're just trying to figure out the cost. Hold on. Wait. Oh, here. Wait. So I'm trying to figure that out, right? So... Oh. Hold on. 70. So $70. $70 covers licensing for Super Expo. So, okay. I'm trying to figure out the cost, right? So with this donathon. So that way we can figure out. Thank you for the hype, by the way, on Iriam. Appreciate it. But yes, TLDR, guys. High Vtuber Expo is transitioning to a permanent entity. So, and we need to expand High Vtuber Expo to a permanent entity in order for it to survive. So, we are working on that. We are working on that. So, $70 covers licensing for High Vtuber Expo. You might have to get a trademark, right? How much does that cost for High? If we were to get it registered with the copyright domain. Oh! Okay. $70 is enough to cover licensing. Okay. Invalid. The home turf. And then, what was it? I need to figure out the cost. Let me see. Hold on. Oh! Oh, wait. That's $61. For the... Oh, right! So... Hold on. So... It covers copyright, only in the home turf. It only covers, like, the copyright? Yeah, only covers that. Okay, I'm gonna put that over there. And then if we get to the federal level, right? At least in my home turf. Okay. So, to file a trademark within the patent office, about $350. Wait, $350 to register a trademark? Okay. Alright. $350 for the trademark. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out the cost. 350 covers federal copyright. So $61 only does the copyright for my home turf. So we won't be able, the copyright would be invalid if we were to do it outside of my home turf. But if we were, for example, to do the copyright within my home turf, then that would be it. Okay, anybody have any other questions or concerns? I'm gonna try and figure out how much the cost is gonna be and figure out the goal. Technically, copyright exists by default. Registering copyright helps strengthen your claim if you have to take someone to court, but even if you do that, you don't have to have it registered to copyright beforehand. My CSC. I was thinking of getting the High Vtuber actual copyright registered because that way. So here's something that I've been thinking about, right? The copyright benefits. So if we get High Vtuber Expo registered as a copyright, there's a lot of benefits to that. So with the benefits of High Vtuber Expo copyright, it means that the copyright of High Vtuber Expo, which the benefits of High Vtuber Expo's copyright, right? If we register it, means that our work would be protected. So that is a benefit for High Vtuber Expo, is that we're looking into that because that way we can protect High Vtuber Expo's copyright stuff, yeah? Okay. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah. Thinking. Okay. So $350 covers the federal copyright. $61 covers the copyright in the home turf. $70 covers all the licensing, which is valid in the home turf. $15 covers the website domain, which has to be registered under High Vtuber Expo. Because here's the thing. If High Vtuber Expo is going to expand as a permanent organization, we have to start finalizing all of the requirements. Yeah, so we have to start finalizing all of the stuff for High Vtuber Expo's copyright stuff. So that's what we're thinking about. So how you guys all doing so far? Hope you guys are all doing good. We are currently finalizing all the stuff for High Vtuber Expo. That includes like all the copyright stuff. That includes like pretty much everything. But yeah, we should be done pretty soon. But I think I pretty much have an idea of what it's gonna look like. Okay, we're pretty good with everything we got for High. So this is what I'm looking at. Don't have to. You have to have it registered beforehand. Okay, that sounds good. So let's see. $15 covers HighVTuberExpo.com for the first year. $70 covers the licensing for High Vtuber Expo. $61 covers the copyright, which is valid in the home turf for High Vtuber Expo. And then another one. Right. Oh, here. Right! I just realized too, Cookie Nation. Upgrades! We're gonna need to upgrade some of our stuff. Right. So with the cost of tech upgrades, right? We're gonna have to take a look into that. So right, so 2K covers the laptop upgrade that can be used for events, right? Uh-oh. I didn't realize that my phone has to be charged. I'm so sorry! Okay, hold on. Let me see. Is High Vtuber Expo registered? Currently, right now, it's a pilot project. So it's a little bit different with pilot projects, but once Vtuber Expo, if Vtuber Expo is gonna become permanent, so here's the thing about Vtuber Expo where it is at right now. We're a pilot project currently. So hold on, I'm gonna switch over just really quick. I have to switch over to. Hold on. Right. Okay. Hold on. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I just realized still. Oh no. My phone has to charge. And then I'm using my other phone for the Ethereum side. Currently right now, Vtuber Expo is... Okay. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Yeah. I'm so sorry, guys. It is using that. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna have to purchase the DLC eventually for the webcam. Okay, so Vtuber Expo currently is just a pilot project. So it was a pilot project to see if the VTubing stuff is gonna be successful in Hawaii or not. So here's the thing. When I first started registering Vtuber Expo, right, back in 2024, I wasn't so sure. Like when I first started Vtuber Expo, I was not so sure whether Vtuber Expo was gonna succeed or not. That was why at the time, because I just came out of a VTuber group at the time, so I was fresh out. Keep in mind, I was fresh out of a VTuber group at that time. So keep in mind that when I started Vtuber Expo, it's a little bit different from a pilot project, yeah. So here's the difference. Right now, Vtuber Expo is a pilot project. That's what it is, right? That's different. Yeah. It's a little bit different. Yeah. The pilot project is a temporary small-scale test. So right now, Vtuber Expo is only just a pilot project. But because Vtuber Expo was deemed very successful, this donathon is also going to cover pretty much everything related to Vtuber Expo. So that includes registration, that includes copyright, that includes domain acquiring, that includes tech upgrades. So as you guys all know, the laptop I've been using is a 5-year-old Microsoft Surface Pro 7. So I want to use that upgrade to upgrade everything to a newer gaming PC. So I want to use that to get a new monitor, for example. So like, you guys all know how like I currently have one monitor, right? So if we get a second monitor, we're able to read the chat just fine. Then I want to upgrade my GPU. So I was thinking about upgrading the GPU with that, with the budget of Vtuber Expo. So registering everything. That is pretty much all it is. But once we have pretty much everything with Vtuber Expo's donathon, we should be just fine for Vtuber Expo's transition. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is. Currently right now, Vtuber Expo is just a pilot project. Yeah. That's what it is. It is a pilot project, currently. But we are getting ready to transition it, and we're looking at getting everything all registered. That's the goal. Is with this donathon, we could finally get Vtuber Expo into a permanent entity where Vtuber Expo has enough funding to be able to continue to support the Hawaii VTubing community, and most of all, we can finally evolve Vtuber Expo to, you know, a permanent thing. So we're excited. We're excited. Yeah. That's the most exciting thing about Vtuber Expo. Is that it's a successful pilot project and now it's getting ready to expand. Yeah, currently right now we are just a pilot project. That's what we are currently right now. But yeah, there's a reason why I wanted to start Vtuber Expo as a pilot project rather than just go right away for the registration. So, Vtuber Expo at the time, we were not so sure whether Vtuber Expo was going to succeed. Keep in mind, Cooky Nation, I started Vtuber Expo at the time, shortly after I left my previous VTuber group. Because I remember, I was previously in another group. And when I was in another VTuber group, I started Vtuber Expo. I started Vtuber Expo under another group. Well, not under another group, but I was previously a part of another VTuber group, and then the idea for Vtuber Expo came around when I started it, and then now Vtuber Expo, you know, was pretty successful as a pilot project. Now it's time to get it registered. So that's our next steps. That is our next steps. Registering it and making it permanent. So we're really, really excited. We are very excited. But yeah, this is what's gonna cover it. So currently Vtuber Expo is just a pilot project, but because it got been so successful, now it's time to follow the next steps of High. But yeah, that's gonna be really exciting for Vtuber Expo to, you know, become a permanent thing. You know? But yeah. Do you guys have any questions or any concerns about Vtuber Expo or anything related to anything? Okay. Alright. But yes, overall, guys, I think we should be good for the cost of the stuff, the Donathon. And I think we should be good. If there's any Donathon goals for Vtuber Expo, please do feel free to let me know. Yeah. Okay. I think we should be good. For now. Alright. I think that is pretty much it for now, everybody, with Vtuber Expo stuff. Again, thank you guys all so much for being a part of Vtuber Expo's journey, and thank you for all the announcements, everybody. You guys have been really amazing with all the support you guys have been giving us, and I'm excited for the next steps of High. I'm excited. Hi, Hale, welcome! So, TLDR, welcome in, everybody. I know there's a lot of people that are coming in. TLDR, I want to give a TLDR. TLDR, Vtuber Expo has been very successful as a pilot project, which means that we are now getting ready to register Vtuber Expo as a legitimate, permanent organization. So, TLDR, Vtuber Expo was a major success, and now we're getting ready for the next steps of Vtuber Expo. But in order for us to register Vtuber Expo as an entity, a permanent organization, we need to get all the registration costs, and we need to acquire the domain and get everything all ready. So, yeah, we're gonna start raising money for Vtuber Expo next month, and we're gonna get ready to transition it, you know, from a pilot project to a very successful organization. You know, this is not gonna be easy. I'm gonna tell you guys. Balancing Vtuber Expo, not to mention my IRL responsibilities, and, you my streaming thing is not gonna be easy. I am definitely gonna tell you, it's not gonna be easy. But I'm excited for the future of High, and I know you guys are excited too. Yeah, I'm really excited. Are you guys excited for the future of High, by the way? I'm gonna do a poll, by the way. Let's do a poll. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Excited for the future of High Vtuber Expo. I'm gonna do a poll. What is your guys' thoughts? Okay. So, High Vtuber Expo is a VTuber event organization. So, thank you so much, Shell. So, we did actually answer your questions about the VTuber Winter Prom earlier, but for those of you guys that are just here, so High VTuber Expo, the host of the VTuber Winter Prom, has been very, very successful. And because of the success that we have been experiencing with High VTuber Expo over the past couple years, over the past year that we have been registering this as a pilot project, this was actually not supposed to be, surprisingly, this actually existed for a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. The High VTuber Expo future. High VTuber Expo is getting ready to transition. We're getting ready to transition from a pilot project to a legitimate organization, permanent. So it's all because of you guys and because of the demand that we've been getting for High VTuber Expo's projects. Now it's time to expand and it's time to grow our High VTuber Expo. So I just wanted to make that announcement. High VTuber Expo will be transitioning, and we're gonna get ready to get High VTuber Expo registered permanently as a legitimate organization starting in 2026. We're very excited for the future of High VTuber Expo, and I want to say thank you for supporting High. No, High VTuber Expo is not going anywhere. I can reassure you guys. I know you guys are asking if High VTuber Expo is ceasing operations. No, we are not ceasing operations. We are not ceasing operations. High VTuber Expo is not shutting down. We are not shutting our doors, okay? I want to make this 100% clear, guys. Those of you guys in the chat, we are not shutting our doors. However, we are going to be working on expanding High VTuber Expo as a legitimate entity. So we're going to start working towards that. We're going to start working on finalizing everything for High VTuber Expo and getting it legitimized. So, yeah. Very, very, very exciting. And it's all because of the support that you guys have been giving us. You guys have been giving us support, volunteering your guys' time, and, allowing us to be able to continue on as an entity. So, we're excited for the future, and I'm excited for VTuber Winter Prom, but I just want to let you guys know the VTuber Winter Prom will be the last event as High VTuber Expo is getting ready to transition to a permanent entity. But yeah. Do you guys have any questions or any concerns before we get ready to raid for today? I know we wanted to answer everybody's questions, but anybody else have any last minute questions or concerns before we get ready to move on to our raid? Okay. Last minute questions. Any last minute questions before we move on to the raid? Yeah, this is gonna be it, I think, after this, because we pretty much answered everybody's questions for today. And we made the announcement that we wanted to make. So I'm gonna end the poll. Thank you again for supporting High VTuber Expo. And I'm very excited to make this announcement. I'm very excited. Okay. Before we do go on, we do go on, let's go over this week's schedule, and then that's gonna be it. Okay. Here is tomorrow's schedule, everybody. Here is tomorrow's schedule. So, tomorrow, it's Gundam Next Plus. That's gonna be our next stream. Make sure you guys tune in to the Gundam Next Plus stream. We're gonna play a lot of Gundam. I've not played Gundam in a while. It's gonna be later though because I might be going out with Mama Usagida tomorrow. I gotta finalize all the details in Mama Usagida before then. But if not, if Mama Usagida has no plans tomorrow, then I'll move it to the afternoon like the usual time. But I do have to finalize some things. And then tomorrow, Sunday, is gonna be All Stars Brawl. All Stars Brawl is gonna be happening on Sunday. That's gonna be at 1 p.m. HST. Same usual time. So yeah. And thank you, Snapucon. Alright, and that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thank you guys again all so much for coming. We're gonna raid Moanchi because we have not raided Moanchi in how long? It's been so long, and we haven't seen Moanchi in a long time. So I wanna go check up on Moanchi and how they've been doing. So yeah, it's nice to see Moanchi again. Moanchi is back, so yeah. Thank you again all so much, and thank you for the congratulations, everybody. I'm so excited to make this statement. Thank you, Subway, for all the hard work you've been putting into this website. Again, I am so excited. Thank you again for supporting us, and thank you again for all the hard work. Yeah, stay tuned for more of the details of the Donathon, and cheers to High VTuber Expo's final event as a pilot project, guys. Cheers. Cheers to High VTuber Expo's final event as a pilot project before we start moving to a legitimate organization. Legitimate business. So, thank you, everybody. Thank you for supporting High, and thank you for the stars. And Subway, thank you so much for supporting High VTuber Expo. Thank you for working so hard on the website tirelessly. I appreciate your support. Jeju, thank you. Thank you for the congratulations, everyone. I know we have worked really tirelessly on the project. I know High VTuber Expo's we've been working really tirelessly on making High VTuber Expo, you know, the organization that represents the Hawaii VTubing scene. So we're excited for the future, and I know you guys are excited too. So with that being said, everybody, thank you, everyone, and Osta Cookie. I hope to see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you. Alright, well, I'm gonna go raid Moanchi, YouTube, and Iri. I'm gonna redirect you guys to the next stream.